radiating our heat to the window. We can start feeling cool.
Okay, we're all set and recording.
Okay. We'll call this meeting to order. We do have a quorum today, but let's call a roll call. Jeff?
Jeff House here.
John Sampen here.
Will Roddy Bush here?
I believe Heidi, by necessity, needs to always arrive a little bit late. I think she said that last time, so we'll hope she makes it in a few minutes. Approval of the minutes. Do we have any corrections? If not, do we have a motion to approve?
I thought they looked good. I didn't see anything. I'd make a motion that we approve the December 19th meeting minutes.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Administrative items. Next meeting will be February 27th, Tuesday 27th at 4 o'clock. Does that work for everyone?
Yep.
As far as I know.
Okay. Local designations, we have on the agenda Wood County Courthouse Jail. Was there any update on the courthouse? Heather, was there anything about that we need to discuss?
I don't have anything on that.
Okay. On to the big topic, interpretive signage project. We have been working day and night to try to get to the end by the end of the month. That was our goal, to have all signs, at least our part of it, forwarded to the sign company, and we're almost there. We had a meeting yesterday at 8:30 in the morning. Was it yesterday?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. We've been meeting weekly to try to lock down some of the facts. Heather was just saying that she just found a date that had to be corrected, and then makes us all a little bit nervous once we get our signs posted to have it accurate. So we're all doing some reviewing of those signs. We have 16 signs that will be eventually posted and erected around the city, and we're really excited about that. Any other updates about the signs? Any comments? We have one other subcommittee member here. Jan, anything that you would like to mention?
One more, the entertainment sign. Other than that,
We were just finishing up our Jan is doing some kind of revision for us of the layout, and she just is announcing that she finished the entertainment sign. So that's the 16th one, right?
well, there are 3 that are still in process
That 3 that we haven't gotten back from the sign company,
that we still need to.
that we still need to look at. Okay, so with that in mind, I think we do need that meeting next Monday at 8:30 a.m. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, it will work out.
Okay.
There was the presentation to the city council last week, which I had to miss because I was ill. Is there anything to report on that?
I printed a copy of the presentation, if you want to see it, and then we can attach it to the meeting minutes.
I think it was a very successful presentation. Heather made up this beautiful little packet that the city council got. If you want to Want to take a look? I do need that back, but, and there was considerable interest, and we had a nice thank you for the mayor for our efforts, so we appreciate that. Our calendar for finishing up the signs will be getting all them submitted, and that hopefully will happen next week. In February, the models from the sign company, the B sign company, will be shared back with us so that we can make our final revisions and editing. In March, they'll start the production, and then in April, installation. So it's happening pretty quickly. Any other news or business on that?
I just wanted to add that the Chamber of Commerce talked to me after the meeting and then emailed me the next day, and they're really excited about the signage and what they can do with it also. So I see a partnership with that moving forward, and I'll keep you apprised of that. They want to meet with me at some point, I think when we have more of a solidified timeline with the signage and the installation. And then also Clint Corp on the radio station through the chamber also is excited and I think talked to you about being on the radio. And then Will and I told him we'll be there in April to give an update. And then the BG Independent did a nice article after the meeting also.
Yeah. So we're getting some good feedback and some good interest about our project. So thanks to everybody that's involved with that. This, by the way, will be a fairly short meeting today, so that we can work on our signs some more. Item number 6, Maple Street District. Heather and her staff did a great job in putting together the survey and the FAQs. These were sent out by certified mail. We're speaking about the North Maple Street district that's been proposed, and we're currently surveying the residents. That result we will have by our next meeting. Discuss those results, and then if it's a positive survey, positive results, we'll send that on to the city council and to the mayor for their the review and perhaps we hope their approval. So we're zeroing in on that.
I brought a copy so you could see the packet that was mailed along with the mailing list of who received the packets. And then we can attach this to the meeting minutes also.
The deadline for returning the survey is February 12th. So actually 3 more weeks before those all have to be returned. And the residents have a option of either mailing it or hand delivering, or what was the third option? Dropping it off in the mailbox or something. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Heidi has just arrived. Welcome. So I don't think there's anything more to say about the historic district. We will be needing to discuss fairly soon how we'll set this up, how we'll handle the CO as they are coming in. I spoke to Heidi about maybe being our main critique person.
Filter.
Along with all of us, but and certainly with Will too. Thank you for volunteering, sort of. Yeah.
I will also add, though, I think it's important to note that we had to basically revise our webpage for the Historic Preservation Commission to make sure the FAQs are on there. The property inventory form, which is basically, it captures the architecture of your home, the local history or your building. And then we added the COA form and made that fillable. So just want to make sure you knew that that would be important information on the website. And thanks to my communications department here at the city that they were able to do that in a pretty short time frame.
Great.
Please extend our thanks to, and take some of them for yourself.
I'll put it on the minutes.
Okay, I think I printed, is this what was printed? Is this what was sent?
Yeah, this one too. These.
Or this?
One item, just maybe to mention, Heidi, I know you have a previous meeting and then another one, right?
Yes,
At 5 o'clock or
5:30.
5:30. Would it be, I think 4:15 is the earliest you could be here.
Probably, yeah.
Would it be possible that we start our meetings 15 minutes later? Heather, I'm kind of directing my,
It'd probably just be for March, or February, March. Trying to figure out where my final exam is. Oh, yeah, it shouldn't interfere. So it's just like the next 3 months.
I'm okay with it.
So February, March, and April.
would that be possible that we start at 4:15 instead of 4 o'clock? What does that mean?
I don't have any meetings that start at 4:15. That's a little bit
Okay.
awkward. I'd have to fix the website again, and I don't know. It just makes it a little more challenging, but
Well, we'll keep it at 4 o'clock and maybe we'll play music for 15.
bring your saxophone.
I'll bring my sax.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I didn't know you had a ukulele ensemble.
Probably fill this up.
Yeah, we'll play historic music.
There we go.
Okay, we'll give that some thought. So we'll start at 4 o'clock officially, Heidi.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay. All right, number 7, Friends of the HPC, the Historic Buildings of the Month. We do need to talk about this for a moment. January, we celebrated the Winters residence at 328 West Worcester. That write-up came out in the Independent News and like a half page on the Sentinel. So that was kind of nice. But I don't think we have our calendar completed for the next few months. Is that correct?
There's some, like item 7 on the meeting minutes, there was some.
Pardon me? I didn't hear.
Item 7, you had some listed like for
From last time.
February, the old hospital and
Yeah.
Item 7.
Some things have been developing that will change the schedule that I proposed last meeting, which it wasn't intended to be absolutely firm. The February building of the month will be the old hospital at 416 West Worcester. I just finished the research just before this meeting next door at the library, and I will write it up and have it in your hands by tomorrow.
Excellent.
And for March, I believe we'll do the Wood County Museum. And there's,
Good.
of course, lots of information on that, and the museum is helping us out.
So maybe we can get a full page on that one.
Yeah, I think the old hospital is going to be shorter than some of them have been. There's just not that much information.
Do you have photos? Any photos?
I don't have a photo yet. I was going to go take a current one, but I haven't found any historic photos of it either. I need to get in touch with Anissa. I've been in touch with her, but I forgot to ask her about photos.
There was a short article in one of the, I saw at the Wood County Library that, I'll see if I can find it. I'll share that with you.
Okay, was it in the Genealogical Society? No.
No, I like doctors of the 19th century or something like that.
Oh,
Talking
okay.
about the hospital. So there might be a little information, but I don't know about photos. Anissa might have a good one.
Yeah, I'll ask her and I'll go take one just in case. So we have a historic and a current one in any case. It's a little strange that there's so little information. We don't even know exactly when it was built, probably 1860s or 1870s. It was A.J. Manville, Dr. Manville's house. He had it built. And I've had a hard time finding out what happened when he was gone. But then it became the community hospital in 1935, and it was the main Wood County Hospital until the Wood County Hospital that we know opened in 1951. So that's sort of, it had 14 beds and an operating room and a obstetrics department on the second floor with no elevator. And so it's kind of remarkable to me to think that fairly recently, 70 years ago, things were still in that condition. And then it went on to become a nursing home after that. It stayed the community hospital alongside the Wood County Hospital until 1959. Then it became community nursing home, then was Adams Manor Nursing Home, and then Worcester Manor. Some of you might remember those names. I remember it being a nursing home, but after 1993, it hasn't been occupied. So that's 30 plus years. No. Anyway, that's the information I'll be getting out to you.
Yeah, I don't think we need to have a photo of the inside since it's totally wrecked.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not in good shape.
We actually have some from the building doctor program that were kind of neat because they showed some of the architectural features that are remaining. So
That's true.
we could use those if you'd like, or some of them are one. I know we don't use every single picture anyways when we
Right,
do
right.
the highlight. So I also have an article somewhere about the hospitals in Bowling Green that I will send to you.
Okay.
And it was very brief, but it was interesting.
Is it the one from the BG Living magazine?
No, I don't think so. It was in a newspaper.
Oh, okay. That would be useful then.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll look.
Inside, it has some fancy woodworking at the stair rail and some carving on.
Yeah, the Masonic symbol on
Masonic symbol,
on the newel post and maybe the fireplace.
Yeah, I think that's what we have a picture of, and I might be on a staircase, if I remember right.
I know I have those materials. I'll look back through those too, yeah. And so we're lined up through April then, because April will be St. Aloysius. I've got materials from Bob. His name isn't popping into my head, but he's written the history up because it's the 100th anniversary this year for St. Aloysius. And we'll figure out what comes after that. But Heather has been doing some contacting of people who listed their houses last May for the History Lives Here project. And so in the future, we don't know exactly which months yet, but we'll nail that down soon. The Tabor House at 331 Pearl Street and the Royce House at 333 West Worcester. And I hope that our friend Dale Arnold will help us put together a piece about his house at 201 Ridge Street.
So that led to also the Carter House. Maybe I didn't share that one with you, or if I've had a lot of
Yeah,
things going on. And also, I know Jan in the audience, she's going to do hers at some point and has been collecting information. Also, 216 West Worcester, he emailed me that he would love to be a part of this. So the stumbling
I've seen
block
that
is
one.
research, and this led to my brief formulation of how to research a property handout that I do not have fully done yet, but I have, I think, the bones of it, if you want to look it over. Again, it's not pretty. It's me just getting something going because I know the homeowners that reached out to me just, they want to do this, but they don't know where to start. So maybe give your input on this. Again, this is, I think, really important, but also we have so much going on with the signs right now that I'm feeling really, really like I'm drowning at this point.
Well,
So,
I'm really impressed that, given everything else that you're working on right now, that you were able to do that, but maybe we can look at it to add anything or.
yeah, that'd be great. So I'll give it to you tonight maybe, and then also can email it to you if
That
you want to
sounds
give
good.
your input, because I'm sure I missed something. And maybe some of our friends have something to add to it. But I think people, like I said, people want to help, and it's just so time consuming to do all this research. And so I feel like if they're able to kind of take matters into their own hands and then maybe we fill in some gaps somehow, that would be really great. But I think getting ahead on these historic buildings of the month would be very helpful, because right now we're not ahead, and and I know we have a lot going on. So, and honestly, these articles are really, really popular. I've been told by our communications department that they are the most clicked on and read, this, as far as we know, and very positive. So, you used to get all this negativity on social media, so it's nice to have positive feedback in our community. So,
And the news outlets like them, as we've seen.
Yeah, great. And we'll do your house at some point, Heidi.
Yeah, someday.
We'll put that down.
Yeah, if we want everybody to know where the judge lives.
Okay, thank you. So we're good through April, at least as far as the names of the building. Marissa, are you working on the Wood County for us, or are we? Okay, perfect. And then St. Al's, you're kind of chairing this,
Yeah,
so thank you for doing that, Jeff.
sure. But I have to pass on thanks to
Yeah.
Heather, because she moved on the list of people who listed their properties last spring. So,
Yeah,
but I have the materials from Bob Kreinkamp, now his name occurs to me, and we'll condense them into an article.
excellent. Okay. Public relations, number 7, just to do a little review. Wood County District Public Library genealogy chats continue running. What is that? Is that the first Tuesday? I don't know what that first date is, but runs
Wednesdays.
It's Wednesdays, yeah.
2 to 3 p.m. Future workshops, again, the genealogy chats running monthly. Boomtown Walking Tour, February 9th, 2 to 3. Marnie does that, is that correct?
And it's actually non-walking,
Did I say walking? Non-walking? Yeah,
but Marnie does that.
yes, okay. Local history show and tell, April 19th. Is that at the Wood County Museum? Where does that happen?
library.
That's the library, okay.
Museum is the next
Okay.
item.
Then the Wood County Museum First Free Fridays and Make It and Take It Craft, February 2nd, March 1, and April 5th. Free admission, that's sponsored by Visit BG, Visit Perrysburg, and Rossford Convention and Visitors Bureau. Tea and Talk series, and we just got a nice handout on the Tea and Talk series. Next one, I guess, is March 28th, and that's at 2 p.m. That looks interesting. Talking about Jackie Kennedy. So that looks like a great event. Then sci-fi movies of the 1950s. That's April 18th. Ticket required. And Music at the Museum, free live concert starting June 13th, 6 to 9. Do you have a schedule for that yet, Marissa, for the concerts?
We will soon.
Well, you will soon. Okay, we'll share that when that's available.
That's what we were chatting about just before.
Yeah. The National Preservation Month, we need to be really continuing to think about that. It's not till May, but it always creeps up on us. So if we have any ideas, maybe we can consider them at our next meeting.
Well, I've already met with Hallie in our communications department I don't remember what day, Monday last week, I don't remember, excuse me, but anyway, we're good to go. Gotta take a drink, sorry. On the History Lives Here signs again. So luckily, we already have our base of those who did it last year, and so we're gonna send an email hoping that they still wanna put up their signs that they hopefully kept. If not, we'll order more signs. We will have a deadline again that additional historic building owners who wanna participate have to contact us and provide their history and a picture. Again, we will probably go ahead and send out a photographer again to capture any new properties that are involved, because it's been really nice to have those quality pictures. We already have the story map from last year, so we'll just build upon that. And am I forgetting anything? So we do have to do an early press release. I believe we did it March 1st last year. And then we put a deadline on there, and we talked about doing maybe, I think it was April 12th to have a deadline. So Hallie's able to get all that put together and also order signs, because we won't have any idea how many again. And of course, we need time to put the signs out. That took a while to get all those signs passed out. So I'll probably look for a volunteer since I could use the help. Anyways, that's it. And I think my assumption is that we'll have the signs at that point installed downtown and be able to celebrate those too as part of Preservation Month. So that would be included in a second press release. So we'll have the early press release asking for historic building owners to participate, and then, excuse me, gosh, a second press release.
Great. And Heather, why don't you let our commission
Excuse me.
be helpful in posting those signs for the History Lives Here?
Sure.
Okay?
Yep.
Take a little bit off your staff's schedule. And maybe we can recruit, if there's a lot of them, I don't know, if we're talking about dozens, but we could recruit some of our friends to
Yeah,
assist us.
I think it will just be interesting to do something I didn't do systematically last time, and that is to visit each of the properties. So,
That would be fun.
it's constructive in that way. I also think we should be thinking about people we might want to invite to submit.
It was a pretty popular program last year, and we do want to repeat that again. Okay, that's all on our agenda. We're ready for lobby visitation.
I just want to make the commission aware of an event we have coming up, first weekend in May, so it'll be May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It is called Early Ohio on the Portage, and it is a Living History Day event. We are partnering with the Maumee Valley Heritage Corridor to bring that event to the museum, and Visit VG Ohio has offered us support with that event as well. It'll be a history timeline from 1700s up until right around the Civil War. And our director, Ned, has been talking about possibly expanding those history years a little bit to start incorporating some newer history. So we hope to see some of you out there.
Great. It's history on the Portage, on the river?
Yeah, because the museum is right on the
Okay.
Portage River. So Frank Butland, our former board director, he came up with the title, and he also serves as president for the Maumee Valley Heritage Corridor.
Great.
And that is Early Ohio on the Portage, is that the?
Good. Thank you very much.
Exciting.
I'd like to thank the commission, especially Jeff, for the wonderful article that was published on our Sonic Lodge.
Thank you for the information, yeah.
That got me going, and over the Christmas holiday, I purchased the newspapers.com. I've been able to dig up a lot of obituaries of people in the lodge and people who live in my house, it's especially fantastic. And that's been real helpful. And it turns out that he married, get this right, Cannery and Canary. Canary or?
Canary House? Yeah.
Okay, so there was a connection there. I think their wives were chained, something of that nature. And Cheney turns out, who did live in my house, turns out to be the Hardwick. He had a partner, and I think it's in the same spot that it is now.
Oh,
So
okay.
that thing has gone way, way back. I also digging in the lodge, John Cannery, or how do you pronounce it? Cannery or Canary?
I've been pronouncing it canary, but
Canary.
Yeah.
He happened to be the first high priest of our lodge. High priest is not a sacrilegious position, it's a symbolic position of King Solomon's temple, so it has no real religious concept. But he was the first high priest in 1889, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a picture computation of where our lodge and all the buildings that it's been, and that's been most helpful. And now I find out that you published the lease house. We knew that the Milliken Hotel was a site for our lodge, but looking through the fire maps, it turned out that
Right.
that thing burned down, so
Right.
something had to be there before.
Uh,
Martin texted me about this lease house, so I'm excited about this.
Right, yeah.
As soon as I get my bits on that,
I have a picture right here if you want to see it from our,
pardon me?
I have a picture right here of the early lease house with our sign renderings.
This
So,
packet?
nope, over here, I'm looking for it for you.
But the history that you gave me indicated that they met at a hotel at the corner of Prospect, or not Prospect, of Main and Worcester. But by that time, I knew that it wasn't the Milliken yet because of Dick Martin's research. And
It had burned down in '88, so I thought it was there before.
Yeah.
And I met there for a long time, so that's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, I didn't realize Van Tassel has other history books around Ohio. I didn't realize he wasn't
About 16,
interested more. It was interesting to see that.
that'd be nice to have a collection of those.
I mentioned this to the committee. These are a couple of the coloring books that Tiffin does with history in them. And I thought at some point that might be a nice project to do for, our May History Lives Here month. So
Great.
is there anybody that would like to keep these, or should I hang on to them? Do you want to put them in
That's
your
your only copy?
idea files? Yeah. these
Why
are
don't
the-
we make a photocopy that we could keep? Would that be all right? We'll
Sure,
return
if
them
you want to
you?
do that, or you can just keep them.
Okay, for the
in the-
moment.
in the
We'll
files.
return them to you. Okay,
Yeah.
good idea. That can be a project for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Excellent.
Some of us could probably use the therapy of coloring.
Paint by number.
All right, that's all the business we have. Thank you so much.
Oh, I wanted to give you a quick update. Sorry. I've been sending you a lot of free webinars that are really, I think, good. I've tried to listen to what I could. It's nice because they often send you recordings too, so you have to watch it right at that time. And then we get the Revitalize Ohio magazine, if you ever want to look through that. And it was nice that Chris, Moen still sends us information that she receives that I think is helpful when we look at some of the architecture and other resources that we can use. And then also, we have an updated friends list that we hadn't done yet since the Building Doctor program. So I don't know if anybody wants a copy of that, or I can email it.
What kind of list? An updated, I didn't catch the.
Friends
Friends list.
Yes,
Mail it.
I would like a copy.
And I might have put it in the SharePoint, but I don't remember because I've been trying to manage a few SharePoints. So I don't remember if I did that, but I can also put it there.
Reminds me to check SharePoint in general. Yeah. And I think when the signs are a little bit more put to bed, I'm going to start educating myself with those webinars and enjoying my book that I got for Christmas of the American houses. What's the author's name?
McAllister?
Yeah, McAllister. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned.